Hello and welcome to lesson 9. In this lesson, we'll learn how to work with comparison operators and logical operators in JavaScript. We'll also cover Boolean expressions and we'll also touch on a very important topic, if statements. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's get started because, like I said in the previous videos, practice makes perfect. Practice is everything. Theory is nothing. Theoretic knowledge could be important, but maybe in some other disciplines, but definitely not in IT, not in coding, not in programming. That's for sure, guys. Believe me, theory here is dead. Theory simply doesn't work here. So Windows R, CMD command line interface command prompt. Let's change the disk G because my future website is on this G directory. Okay, now there, what do we have here? IT Simpleton. See, now CD. Let's CD into this folder, IT Simpleton, dir. And since today we'll be working with JavaScript, let's open with our Sublime text editor this learn javascript.html file. So just a quick reminder, if you haven't watched the previous videos, or if you didn't watch video, I think lesson 5, where I explain how to add to path, you have to watch this video because you won't understand, because this will not work. So here, learn JavaScript HTML. So we just opened our file. Let's delete this. And one more time, if we work with JavaScript, then our code is inside the script element. So let's start with comparison operators. Console log 5 is greater than 3. What do you think will be displayed in the console? Let's do this. Learn JavaScript HTML. Inspect console. True. Why is it true? Because it's really true. 5 is greater than 3, right? And now console log, let's say 10 is less than 11. And it will be true one more time because 10 is less than 11, right? See, true again. And now console log 10 is less than 9. What do you think will be displayed? Of course, false, right? Because 10, yes. So we learned the first comparison operator, greater than, less than. Let's proceed with console log 5 or maybe 20 greater than or equals to, let's say 20. What do we have here? It's true. Yeah, because 20 is equal to 20. If we change to 21, it'll be false, right? False, of course. And the same goes for, let's do this, console log. I need to see if the video is being recorded. Yeah, just check. Okay, 20 is less than or equals to, let's say, 30. And it will be true because 20 is less than 30. True. And let's change to 20 and it will be true as well, right? Because 20 is equal to 20. Yes. Now let's delete all this. We don't need this anymore for now. And what else? Okay, now let's create a variable. And let's name this variable as, let it be age, right? Let age. Or, let's do this. Let's talk about, so these two forward slashes mean that it's a comment. So if you want to type a comment or to write a comment, and it's a very good practice, the more comments we have, the easier it is to understand the code, yeah, how this code works. So today, like I said, we'll consider all comparison operators, and they are now let's focus on logical operators, right? And there are three. It's and, like this. It's where the key 7, right? And, or, and not. So let's cover this one, and, or it has another name like ampersand or something like that, but let's call it just and. For example, if I want to work, if I go to work, yeah, first I have a shower and then I eat. So if I don't have a shower and don't eat, I don't go to work. So if I eat and don't have a shower, I don't go to work. Or if I don't do anything, I don't go to work either. So I go to work if I do the two. Yeah, if I do both. So let's create a variable. That means that we can change it later. Let's have shower. Okay, had shower. Had shower, and it's true. So true means that I did this today, yeah? And now I have to eat. Ate breakfast. Ate breakfast. So I ate my breakfast too. Now I'm all set. Now I can go to work. Console. Log. And here had shower. And ate breakfast. What do you think will be displayed here, capital? What do you think will be displayed here in the console? It will be true, right? Because this one true and this one true. And now I can truly go to work, right? See, true. But if one of these is false, then I cannot go to work. Let's change to false. False, right? So this is what we need and for. And of course, if they are both false, it will be false as well. Now, let's come up with another example. What could it be? If I want to play football, first, before I start playing football, first I need to, let's say, do push-ups. Or no, bad example. Okay, before I start playing football with my friends, I have to warm up. Yeah, did warm up. Did warm up. Right? And it's true. Did warm up. And the second one is what else? Buy a ball. Yeah, so bought ball. Of course, because without a ball, I cannot play football, right? So, and this one is, let's say, false, right? But maybe it's not that necessary to buy a ball. Maybe one of my friends has a ball, right? And in this case, if it's or, then it will be true. For example, console log, and here did warm up. Yeah, I did. It's true. And bought ball, it's false. But what matters here is that I did warm up. And I don't have a ball, but Michael, for example, has a ball. So it's not a very big problem, let's say, and it will be true. So in other words, if one of the things that we compare is true, right, then it'll be true. Unlike with and, because with and, if one of the things is false, it'll be false. See? What do we have? What's wrong here? Bought ball, did warm up, console log. And what's the problem here? Did warm up, bought ball. Did warm up is not defined. Maybe I forgot to change to Control S. Yes, of course. Never forget to save, Control S. So this is so true, yeah, because like I said, if it's one of the things is true, then it's true. Or we can make this false. Yeah, for example, I didn't do my warm-up. I didn't warm up, but I have a ball, and we can still play football like this. True. Control S, see? Now there is one more, not. What is not? To put it simply, not makes true value false, and vice versa. False value true. Let's just do this console log, and here 5. And there is one more operator, and now let's cover this. It's equals. It's very important. Before we get to not, so console log 5 equals 5. When we compare, remember, it's important to use a triple equals sign. It's very, very important. You can also use a double equal sign, but you cannot use just a single equal sign, because we use a single equal sign when we assign a value to a variable. So first we declare a variable, right, by typing let a const, and then we assign a value to this variable. But when we compare, we need to use a triple equal sign. A triple equal sign compares both the type and the value. Control S. Here it's true. It's true. Let's now delete this. Because why is it true? Because 5 is equal to 5, right? And for example, let's change. So this type is a number, and now it's this is a string. Let's see what we've got. It will be false, yeah, because the value is the same, 5, 5. But they are different types. It's a number, and this is a string. See, false. But if we use a double equal sign, it compares only the value, but it doesn't compare the type. True. Therefore, it is vital that you use triple signs. Sometimes, yeah, we don't need to use triple signs. And actually, what this does, it converts a string into a number or to a number. So if you want to convert a string to a number, then use double signs, a double equal sign, sorry, yeah. Okay, now that we know how to compare using an equal sign, so let's delete this. Let's talk about not. So we covered this one, and, or, and now and. Console log 5 is not equal to 5. What do you think will be displayed in the console? Is 5 equal to 5? Yes, 5 is equal to 5, right? But here it's not. 5, it means that it's false, right? It's false. Because 5 is equal to 5. It's not, but here 5 is not equal to 5. But if we change 5 to 6, it will be true, because 5 is not equal to 6, and it's true, yeah, that 5 is not equal to 6. True. Okay, and one more time, use an exclamation mark and 2 equal sign when you compare. Okay, now let's do this. Let. Ate breakfast. I ate breakfast today. It's true. Now let's create another variable, and let's call it invert. Invert means make it opposite. And let's put an exclamation mark, which means not, and ate breakfast. It was true, and now it will be false because this exclamation mark makes it false, and it makes false true, and vice versa. I didn't console anything. So console log, and here invert. See, false. It was true, and now we assigned a new value to invert. Exclamation mark is not, and this one for now is true, but in this variable holds false value. I hope you understand. Let's delete, and now let's talk about if statements. Now that we've learned about comparison operators, logical operators, yeah, let's talk about if statements. If 5 is greater than 3, which is true, console log, it is true. Else console log, it is false, right? And it's just true or false. There are just two booleans, right? True or false. Remember that always true is executed at first. It's true. And if it's 5 is less than 3, it's false. It's false. You see how it works? And now let's add one more comment here. There are falsy things. It's 0. It's just quotation marks, single or double, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so it's also false because if we put space between them, it's not false because space is already something, right? But if there is nothing in these quotation marks, then it's just nothing, it's false. It's undefined also, and it's null, and it's not a number. So these things are false. Let's replace. So, and if we put, for example, any number here, just 1, for example, yeah, it will be, it's true. It's true because 1 is something, or any letter, any string, or any word, any sentence, yeah, it's true. Or any sign, any, I don't know, I hope you understand. Add, for example, yeah, it's something, already something, it's true. But if it's 0, it's false. If it's just quotes and nothing in it, then it's also false. But if we put space between them, Control S, it's true because space is something. And now null or undefined first. Undefined is also false. And the same goes for null, right? It's also false. And not a number as well is also false, right? And these concepts are vital, are key to understanding what we'll be learning further. But like I mentioned in our previous lessons, our task is not to become super coders. Our final destination is to become DevOps engineers or cloud engineers or maybe coders as well, because the knowledge that you will get here during this course will be more than sufficient to get started in IT. And that's all for this video. I hope that it was useful and helpful, and I don't just hope, I know that it was, that the information that we covered today is extremely useful. Till the next video, bye.